Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn.
Oh, you sound a little
like not ideal.
Yeah, you're very oh.
I am, because when you have like 14 performance reviews, forget about your own, and like, I'm exaggerating, but many are not pleased, and you have to spend like a long time explaining to someone stuff that isn't necessarily explainable. It just takes it's just been a long day. Now, granted, I will be shifting out of this. There's that. I just got off the phone with my new hire. All that's great, but the two people who are reporting to her are both acting out, is maybe not quite the word, but, they're having trouble with that. I had a conversation with one of them as part of her year-end review that I was finishing out the other day and kept pressing her as to why she seemed so sour, and she finally came clean with me about how pissed she was with me, all of which was fine. We had a good conversation. It was
because she wasn't hired for that position?
No, because she was layered. And then, meaning like instead of reporting to me still, now she reports to someone who reports to me. And nobody likes that. They feel like but it's like I had wildly underestimated like how bothered she was by that. So, okay, fine, that is what it is. But then also she didn't like the way I communicate something. Again, it's all good because it was like we both felt much better kind of after the conversation, because it was just awkward and weird. And I was like, this is not the person I know. Mm-hmm. But all I'm saying to you, getting back to me and is it's just been like a few days of, for one reason or another, conversations like this. And then last night, I don't know if it's because the retreat is now like almost here, or it has nothing to do with that. It's just generalized, who knows what, but I started to have, not a big one, but, a visit of the anxiety monster. Mm-hmm. And I kept it from, it's not like I was up all night, but yeah, it's just been a little bit, but having that said, I only have one more review tomorrow, and, I will navigate this, but it just,
So
and then and then at the same time, ongoing bullshit with my parents, which is way too much to get into here, but so it's just like all of it put up. To your question about performance review,
was it this challenging last year?
There were a couple of challenges last year, but this is felt a bit harder because there were more people who, as we as a firm are, or certainly within the HR department and our leadership team, where we're raising the bar on like, what does it mean to, exceed what a lot of folks feel like I delivered everything and I did it on time and I did really well. That's not necessarily exceeding. It's more like, what have you done above and beyond? But then people rightly feel like, okay, but I busted my ass in a really tough year with fewer people on the team because we were tightening our belts. When was I supposed to have the time to do all these other things? So, some of it's just like changing expectations. The woman who was mad at me about being layered, she actually had a very good rating, right? So she wasn't upset about that, but it's sort of like, yeah. And then I'm sitting here thinking like, I'm not at all at all, like pissed. I wasn't expecting anything other than, I achieved. But I'm thinking, like, you guys have no idea. Like, I had like 5 pages worth of accomplishments this year.
Right.
And I'm still achieved, and like life goes on, and I'm not freaking out. But you can't tell people that. So it's just, walking up on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna say something that you may or may not want to hear.
That's
But
fine.
this is you freaking out before your event.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's fine. I'm fine hearing that.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have more people reporting to you this year, the year of COVID, whatever.
Yeah.
But you've had a change of system, all of that. People have a hard time with change.
Yeah.
But you've done performance reviews in the past, and it hasn't been as triggering for you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
So let's just recognize that this may in fact be you having a little like anxiety about what's coming up, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Just see it. Okay. Like there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Totally.
and then, back on track.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And I'm sure that was like part of the anxiety attack. And then I'm like now like thinking like, okay, I feel like I have everything almost done, but it's not all done because, I gotta, like, all the materials are done. What I'm saying is like 80% done, but I'm feeling now like, oh my God, it's tomorrow night. And like, I mean, tomorrow's fine, but it's more like a couple of the teaching things for Saturday. So I just need to get out of this headspace, calmly go back. I have time tonight. I have, hours. Like, I'm basically taking off tomorrow afternoon. So I know it'll be fine, but I'm getting that sort of nervous feeling of, am I going to pull it all off kind of thing. So it just is.
Yeah. Are you going to pull it all off?
Yeah.
So let's say that to ourselves instead. What do you say?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
what an original
right?
idea. Yes,
Isn't that fascinating? Right?
Yeah.
It's like the worry is like not true. Right? It's not even like, it's just habitual.
It's making me sit here and it's kind of reflect on this context of kicking up a lot of dust in various places of me feeling like I'm not doing it right. No matter what I do, it's still not good enough. Like I'm chasing after some standard that I'll never achieve. There's that. I'm not as like in a bad place as it sounds like I am, believe it or not.
You don't sound like you're in a horrible place by any means, okay?
Yeah. I just feel like I need to sort of have a metaphorical shower. You know what I mean? I feel like there's just like gunk on me and I need to shake it off.
Yeah.
And I will.
So here's the thing. You're telling yourself stories. You're doing great. You don't have to tell yourself stories. Okay. What a novel idea. Okay. Yeah. And I don't have to make myself wrong for like being human and being in the story.
Oh, it keeps coming up for me. It's like back on the performance reviews, like thinking, like it's this whole thing of like I'm not tough enough on people because I'm too busy, empathizing with where they're at. So then I start like doubting myself and the judgment that I need. It's people being mad at me or not liking me, even though I know that's not really true writ large, but, feeling like I've taken actions that have made people unhappy. And then, like, I start, the self-doubt creeps in. And then on top of it, I feel like, you see, this is the evidence that, like, if I can't do it here, like I can't do that next big job where all you do is give people tough messages and, my own boss seems to have no problem like holding an incredibly high standard, and it's like there's no issue, and she's very like calm and comfortable about it. I'm like, fuck her, because I can't be that way.
So let's pause right there. Do you think maybe that the folks that are reporting to you think the very same thing of you? Like,
No, because, well, maybe, I don't know, but I think they think because I'm like, I tend more to like move into that place of, I'm not as cold. I mean, she's not cold, I can't explain it, but I'm a little bit more like forgiving or, you know, understanding of their point of view or whatever. The difference with my boss is like, I don't make it hard for her.
yeah, that's fine. But
Yeah.
perhaps people look to you and say, wow, she has all her shit together. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Okay?
true.
And you have no idea what's going on inside your boss's head or heart.
Yeah, true.
Okay? And she probably is so freaking grateful that she has people like you working for her that don't make it a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
Okay? But everyone, I mean, not everyone, but everyone has a heart, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you just don't know. You just don't know.
No, I know.
Okay.
It's true.
And
It's true.
here's the thing that's going on with you right now.
Yeah.
You are desperately looking for a way to bring yourself down.
Yeah.
Okay? Let's not do that. Just like in this moment, what is this moment calling you forward into?
I don't know. It just, I know we've been through this before, it just reminds me of those, like, you think you're hot shit, but you're not. And people wanting to take you down a peg or two. And that's not even what's happening right now at all with these conversations at all. But but when you just said, like, you know, why am I taking myself down? It just reminded me of, like,
So that's the story, okay?
yeah, being a kid and being the smart one and being the this and that, and like people didn't
appreciate you or see you or anything.
Yeah, well, they wanted to find a way to like
cut you
I
down.
can't. Yeah, like I can't win in everything. You can have all those things, but you can't be popular. You can't be all these things because no one person should have all those.
So that's the story, okay?
Yeah.
And your subconscious is stressed about you doing this event. So you're very open to
This.
listening to the story, believing the story, getting hooked by it.
Right.
Okay. So let's go back to the question that I posed to you. What is this calling forward for you? Like, if this pain that you're in right now is the gap between where you are now and God, Spirit, Source, the universe, all the energy that is, calling you forward into your next level of beingness, way of being. It's not a problem. It's just a calling forward.
Right.
What is that? What are you being called for?
I mean, I truly can't think of anything other than being called forward to embrace all of my gifts unapologetically.
I love that.
And to
have
not feel guilty
and
about
like not believing the story.
Right.
Okay? Like, oh, this is the opportunity for me to stop believing the story. Right here. Right in this moment. Not when I feel better, okay?
Right.
Not when everything's going well, okay?
Yeah.
But right now, in this kind of moment of crisis, what if this was the place where you chose, I'm no longer going to believe that story? And you do that by calling yourself forward, by saying, I am not going to be hooked by this right now.
Right.
The truth is, and fill in the blank. Okay?
Yeah.
The truth is, not everyone's going to like me. That doesn't make me wrong or outside of the tribe or not accepted. Okay? The truth is that being a manager is kind of tough sometimes. I did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? The truth is, I'm not here for everyone to like me. That's not my role. The truth is that I see myself. The truth is that I don't need to be afraid of this. Like, you're afraid of this experience. What if you just loved it? What if you just accepted it? I love what this is right now because it's calling me forward. Okay? Yeah. And that you, and really to step forward, it's not to suppress the feelings, it's to feel the feelings, recognize what's driving them. You did a really good job of that. You're like, this is just like that experience, but you know, like I can never be accepted, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you feel the feelings, and then you step out of the story. Because when you repeat that story, this is what it means. You have that reaction to it. And you're in the hook, you're in the feeling of it. So you accept the feelings, you recognize where they come from. You're not suppressing them. You're not saying, bad feelings, I don't want to feel you anymore. Okay?
Right.
But you know, you've felt them, you've identified where they've come from. And now is your moment to choose. Your greatest power is your power of choice. Now is your moment to choose. Actually, I don't need to be hooked by the story anymore.
Right.
That's not who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And can you do that? And can you feel how, like, you're not in the tears anymore, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I do.
Yeah. And if you get hooked again, like 3 minutes after you get off this call, and you start, right, which is possible, okay, that's just a pattern, right? It's just a pattern. Use your intellect, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a pattern. That's just me wanting to get hooked again into that story. This is my breakthrough moment, okay?
Right. Yeah. Right.
And go back to what you want, which is to put on a freaking kick-ass retreat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Totally.
Okay? Do not let this stop you.
I won't. I'm not. I can't.
I know. I'm committed. But seriously, okay? Like, do not, like, one iota of energy towards this, don't let it be allowed, okay? Because it's going to be very sneaky. It'll hook you in a different way, and you'll go down some little rabbit hole, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you'll realize you're, like, in a shitty place. You feel bad.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be like, what story am I believing? Oh, yeah, I am stepping into more right now. No, I don't believe this anymore. This is the truth. This is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, let me know if you need anything.
I will.
You got this.
Bye.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.